watching the Florida Sports Programming Network.
Welcome high school baseball fans to FSPN's coverage of South Florida high school baseball. And today we're at the beautiful and historic Flamingo Park in Miami Beach for a district matchup between the visiting Southridge Spartans that are led by their head coach Manny Ojeda and the home team, the High Tides of Miami Beach, that are led by their head coach Charlie Garcia. We should have a good one for you today. I'm Uncle Muggs. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play. And our broadcast today, like always, is brought to us by Florida State Tentless Termite Treatment. Give them a call and avoid putting the tent on your house. It's termite season just around the corner, so give them a call and get on their treatment program. We have a good one for you today. Two left-handed pitchers for the visiting team, the Spartans of Miami Southridge. On the mound is their big lefty, Amari Davis. And on the mound for the home team, the High Tides, it's Daniel Garcia. So stick with us. We'll go over the defense and the starting lineups right after this. Let's go over the defense for the home team, the High Tides of Miami Beach. On the mound, it's a left-handed pitcher, Daniel Garcia. Behind the plate, it's Gabriel Peña. At playing third base, it's the sophomore Ramsey Vijdani. Next to him, playing shortstop, it's the senior Lennox Muńoz. Daniel Nunez, the junior, is playing second base, and Adrian Corneal is playing first base. Julio Pitti, the junior's in right field. Next to him in center field, it's Russell Royce, and he's a senior. And in left field, it's Gabriel Goncalves, and he's a freshman. Let's go over the starting lineup for the Miami Southridge Spartans. Leading off and playing center field, it's a sophomore Davian Fuentes. He'll be followed by Hector Colon. He'll be doing the catching today. Jermaine Reyes is in right field, and he's a senior. He'll be followed by the cleanup batter, Justin Cruz, and the junior is playing third base today. Pablo Avila is your DH, and he's a junior. The sixth batter is Francis Garcia, the junior shortstop. He'll be followed by Nico Perez, the second baseman. Isaac Vidal, the sophomore, is getting the start today at first base, and Alfred Williams is in left field for the Spartans. Let's get ready for the first pitch. Welcome high school baseball fans to South Florida High School Baseball, brought to you by FSPN. Today we're in beautiful historic Flamingo Park in Miami Beach for a good one between the High Tides and the Miami Southridge Spartans. Daniel Garcia, the left-handed pitcher, is on the mound and he's ready to go. We're going to bring up the scoreboard and we're going to get things started right here from Miami Beach. The leadoff batter is Davian Fuentes. He'll be followed by Hector Colon and Jermaine Reyes, and they're going to face this lefty right here, Daniel Garcia. First pitch of the day is taken high for ball one. Second pitch is a ball as well, up high. Uncle Muggs bringing you the play-by-play. A beautiful afternoon here at Miami Beach. As always, it's a little bit windy out here, and the wind is starting to swirl around a little bit. Mostly it's coming out of the southeast at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. And there's a strike by Garcia. Brings the count 2-1. You can hear the wind now just shifted. Now it's coming out of more of the south. But it's a windy day. It's going to take a poke to get it out of here today, so I doubt we're going to see any home runs. 3:15 down the lines, 3:75 to straightaway center. Here comes the 2-1 from Garcia, and it's up high. The count goes 3-1 to the leadoff batter, Davian Fuentes. A couple seniors are following him up. Colon and Reyes, they've been the backbone of this Southridge team all season long. We got 2 games left in this 2025 season. 3-1 is a little low, and the Spartans are going to have their first base runner. Hector Colon, the senior, steps into the box. On first base is Davian Fuentes, and he's a threat to steal. He's got a good lead over there at first base. Colon takes a ball up high. He squared a bunt. There's a quick look at Davi on first base. Garcia comes set. The 1-1 is up high, an easy take there for Colon. Here's the payoff pitch from Garcia, and it gets a piece of Colon. So the Spartans are going to have runners on first and second right off the bat. A pitch, that's him there on first base. In the box, it's a senior, Jermaine Reyes. He's playing right field today for the Spartans. And we're at beautiful Flamingo Park, historic and beautiful Flamingo Park. Garcia's pitch is taken for a strike, one called by the umpire. Five o'clock start here on the beach. Here's the 0-1, swung on and driven foul to the right side. Reyes a little bit late on that Garcia fastball. Third baseman Justin Cruz is on deck, waiting for his chance to get an RBI here. Meanwhile, the 0-2 to Reyes, swung on and a ground ball. It gets through the 3-4 hole, and here comes Fuentes. Mo's going to hold him up, and we're going to have the bases full of Spartans here in the top of the first inning. And that ball hit off the end of the bat. Cruz is going to give himself up, but the Spartans are going to get one run here in the top of the first inning. In less than like 8 minutes, they already scored a run. So the courtesy runner for Hector Colon is on third base. Jermaine Reyes, who had that RBI base hit, is standing on second. He gets his sign from Pena. He comes set. The lefty deals. And that was just a little bit high for Avila's liking. The High Tides are wearing their home whites, the traditional white uniforms with the red stripes and the letters in black with the red accent. A nice, sharp, classic baseball look. And the Spartans are wearing their road grays with the red letters. Count goes full, called strike there to Avila. And there's a hard hit ball to the right side. It's going to be gobbled up by Muñoz. He fires over to first. The Tides are going to get an out, but they're going to give up a run, and it's 2-0 for the shortstop, Francis Garcia. Francis Garcia, the junior, steps into the box. Reyes is on third base. Justin Cruz is on second. There's 2 runs on the board already for the visiting Spartans. The first pitch went a line drive. Hard hit ball in the gap. One run's going to score. Here comes Justin Cruz. Garcia's going to think about second. He goes back to first, and a 2 RBI base hit for the junior shortstop. It scores 4-0 now, top of the 5th. And that's going to bring up Nico Perez. What a great start for Manny Ojeda and the Southridge Spartans. And they're not done yet. Garcia's on first base with 1 out. Nico's going after the first pitch, and he swings and hits that one foul. Fouls on deck, the sophomore sensation. There's an off-speed pitch, and Perez was all over that one. Pitch to the second baseman, Perez, and that one's up high. Garcia goes. The throw from Pena, and they say they got him. Second out of the inning. It's going to erase the runners. Can't stop talking about the win because it really is becoming a factor here. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. The Spartans leave none, but they get 4. We're going to head to the bottom of the first inning, 4-0 in favor of the visiting team, the Spartans, and you're watching FSPN. Stay tuned, everybody. Welcome back, high school baseball fans, to FSPN's coverage of high school baseball. The visiting Southridge Spartans, led by their head coach Manny Ojeda, are taking on Charlie Garcia's High Tides right here from Miami Beach, historic Flamingo Park. On the mound for the Southridge Spartans right now, warming up is the lefty, the junior, Amari Davis. And boy, he's got a cushion, 4-0 lead. The Spartans really came out swinging the bats. They were able to get him a nice lead. So the lefty can work comfortably now. Behind the plate today's Hector Colon. And leading off for these Miami Beach High Tides, Russell Royce. And here comes a legend right there. There's Charlie Garcia. See if we can get him to wave. No. 4-0, bottom of the first inning. On a beautiful, little bit windy Miami Beach afternoon. We spoke to Amari Davis before the season started, and he said he had aspirations of maybe pitching a couple no-hitters. Well, he's got an opportunity here. Roy steps in from the right side. He's a center fielder for the High Tides. First pitch from Davis is a strike called. A nice live fastball from Davis. Well, if you can hear the wind on my mic, it's blowing now a little more than it did when we started the game. Another one, that'd be the high part of the strike zone there. Quickly, 2 strikes to Colón. On deck is Lennox Muńoz, and he's probably number 2 in average in Dade County. And there's one that's just a little bit outside. Spartans wanted that one. So Davis wasting no time. He's going after these Miami Beach batters with some nice fastballs all around the plate. Swung on a curveball in the dirt. Royce goes down on strikes. That's the first strikeout for Davis. To bat now is Lennox Muńoz. Boy, he's been red hot since the first game of the season. And he hasn't stopped. Wearing number 23, batting from the right side. He's a senior shortstop, and he'll be followed by Julio Pitti. Then it's Gabriel Peña, the catcher, and they're all going to face the big lefty Davis. First pitch swinging, and a soft ground ball to third base. Cruz can't come up with it. In the box, and now batting from the right side is Julio Pitti. He's a Southwest transfer. He's going to have a runner on first base in the bottom of the first in a 4-0 game. Better look at Charlie. All right, we're going to fix that camera when we get back after this half inning. He's leading the county in stolen bases with 26. Let's see if he goes on this one, and there he goes. There's the throw from Colón, and it's not in time. There's stolen base number 27 for Lennox Muńoz in a 4-0 game. Pitti takes that one low. Here's the 2-2 to Pitti, and that one's hit high to center field. Davi gets it, and a fake tag by Muñoz. It's going to be the second out of the inning. It'll bring up Gabriel Peña, the catcher. And the High Tides have a runner in scoring position. Nico's holding him on at second base. Amari Davis, the pitcher, kicks and deals, and there goes Lennox Muñoz. And that's stolen base number 28. Boy, he doesn't want anybody to catch him in that stolen base department. He's got 28 on the season. It's a tough lefty. And there's a ground ball. It's hit to the left side. It's going to be scooped up by Garcia. Throws over. Wow, what a tag. That one gets out of Avila's glove. And the Tides are going to have their first run. Boy, that one just popped out of of Isaac's glove. Vidal playing first base. He gave a swipe tag over there to Peña. And it wasn't secure inside the glove. It popped out. And that'll bring up Carlos Landeta, the DH. There's a good look at the lefty getting his sign from Colón. Nice live fastball from Amari Davis. Boy, the future's bright. They have a couple good arms. Nice sophomore arm in Isaac Vidal, this junior arm in Amari Davis. So these Spartans are going to be a force to be reckoned with in the next couple years to come. Count goes 1-1. That one's low. And there's one hit to the right side. Vidal picks it up, a nice grab. Now he's going to try to take it himself, and he's not in time. Ivan Pelaez is going to come out there and try to settle things down here. And we'll be right back right after this. You're watching FSPN. All right, welcome back, everyone, to FSPN's coverage of high school baseball. After a brief mound visit from pitching coach Ivan Pelaez, we're going to get things going here. Bottom of the first inning in a 4-1 game at Miami Beach. Amari Davis, the big lefty's on the mound for the Spartans. Daniel Nunez is at bat. Actually 3 errors here in the first inning. A little sloppy play, and that gets away from Colón. He can't find it. The runners are going to advance to second and third base with 2 out. Davis from the stretch having to pitch a little bit extra in this first inning. And there's a hard hit ball to the left side. It's going to be gobbled up by Garcia. This time he throws it right on the money. The Tides are going to leave 2. They're going to get 1. We're going to head to the top of the second inning with your score 4-1 from Miami Beach. And you're watching FSPN, everybody. Welcome back to the top of the second inning from Miami Beach. It's Uncle Muggs bringing you the play-by-play for FSPN. We have a good one between the Spartans and the High Tides. It's 4-1. The first baseman, Isaac Vidal, is in the box. The second, 4-1 from Flamingo Park in Miami Beach. Garcia's pitch, another curveball, and that's a called strike three. It could have been a little bit high. The umpire rung him up. Quickly one out in the top of the second. And he'll face the lefty Daniel Garcia with one out in the top of the second inning. First pitch inside, an easy take there. There's the 2-2. And that ball's hit high to the shortstop. And Munoz puts that one away for the second out of the inning. With 2 outs in the top of the second inning, the Spartans are going to send up Davi Fuentes, the center fielder. He walked and scored a run his last time up. Coming in from the right side, facing the lefty Garcia. First one just a little bit high for a ball. There's a look at the Beach pitcher, Garcia. There's a hard hit ball, but down the line foul. Fuentes steps in. And we're at beautiful and historic Flamingo Park. That one's on the outside for a ball 4. And Fuentes gets on base again, his second consecutive walk, and it'll bring up the catcher, the senior, Hector Colon. There's a good look at first base coach Candido Vidal over there. Looking good in the red and gray. First pitch is a fastball over for a strike to Colon. There goes the runner, and that one's hit high and deep in left center field. Goncalves goes back, but it's going to be Royce that makes the catch for the final out of the inning. The Spartans are going to leave one. They get none. We're going to head to the bottom of the second inning with your score 4-1 from Miami Beach. And you're watching FSPN, everybody. Welcome back to Flamingo Park in beautiful Miami Beach for a high school baseball game between the visiting Spartans of Southridge and the home team, the Miami Beach High Tides. And on the mound is the big lefty, Amari Davis. It's a 4-1 game. And we're heading to the bottom of the second inning. Florida State tentless termite treatment. Say that you heard the ad here on FSPN and get an extra 10% and get on their treatment program. Avoid putting a tent, one of those big carps over your house, and the inconveniences that come with that. You have to check into a hotel room, or maybe worse, go to your mother-in-law's house for a couple days. So call these guys, get those bugs out of your house. Bottom of the second inning, 4-1 from Miami Beach. The big right-handed hitter in the box now for the Beach High Tides is Adrian Corneal. He'll be followed by the third baseman, the sophomore Ramsey Vejdani, and then it'll be Gabriel Goncalves. If anybody gets on, it's the leadoff batter, Royce. Quickly a strike here from Davis, and another nice live fastball right down the middle. And that was too much for Adrian Correal. Couldn't catch up with that one. I'll tell you, the home scorekeeper was kind of generous. They're only giving Southridge 2 errors. I have 3 in my book. And there's a strike 3 called on 3 pitches. Hello, good afternoon, and good night from Amari Davis. Vejdani steps into the box for the home team, the High Tides of Miami Beach, to face the big lefty Amari Davis in a 4-1 game. Davis kicks and deals. Boy, he's got some nice mechanics for a big guy. Here's a 1-1 from Davis. Another nice fastball. Boy, he's been beating up that strike zone today. Amari Davis could get his third croquetica right here. There's a good look at Davis, the junior. Again, Hector Colon having some electrical issues back there with the pitch comp thing. Davis looking for his strikeout. Throws that off-speed pitch up high. There's a good look at Davis. And the payoff pitch, an easy take there for Vejjani. That'll bring up Gabriel Goncalves. This is Gabriel Goncalves. He's a freshman. He's playing left field today in a 4-1 game. Bottom of the second inning. The runner on first base is Ramsey Vejjani. And there's a ground ball to the left side. He's going to get by Cruz, picked up by Garcia. He's going to try to go all the way to first. And it's not going to be in time. They're going to call him safe. Goncalves, he's standing on first base. Ramsey Vejjani's on second base. The batter's Russell Royce, a center fielder. He struck out his last time up, but with one out, the Tides have a legitimate scoring opportunity here. Perez and Garcia, your double play combination for the Spartans. Mari Davis kicks and deals. And that fastball's low and away to Russell Royce. Here with a base hit, it'll be a run. And that one gets by Colon, it gets by everybody. Runners are going to advance. Here's the 2-1. It's in the dirt. Wow, what a block by Colon. That saved the run. Chalk one up to Hector Colon, the senior, the leader on this ball club. Boy, what a play. We're going to have a mound visit here from head coach Manny Ojeda. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more FSPN from Miami Beach. All right, welcome back to Miami Beach after a brief mound visit from head coach Manny Ojeda. He's going to leave the big lefty in there with bases loaded. He's going to face Lennox Muńoz, who's hitting .516. He's amongst the league leaders in Dade County for batting average. And with bases loaded here, this is going to be an interesting matchup. The first pitch from Davis is up high out of the zone. A 4-1 game. Davis is taking his time here with Munoz, and I would too. Guy hitting over 500. Another easy take there from Munoz.
Come on, Amari. Come on.
Amari, let's go, man.
The fans here for Southridge are asking Amari for just one strike. And there it is, a nice live fastball. Make the count 2-1. Davis takes his time. Now he comes set. He's coming from the stretch. And that one gets away from Colon, but not far enough. Goncalves is going to stay on third base. Sorry, that's Vejjani on third base. Goncalves is on second base. Russell Royce got walked. He's on first base. The senior is going to come out and talk to Davis and tell him, come on, big guy. You got some defense behind you. Throw some strikes, pitch to contact. We can get a double play and get out of here. A base hit will cut the lead in half. 4-1 from Miami Beach. Bottom of the second inning. Wow, that one's inside. Boy, that almost hits Lennox. Count goes 3-2. There was a little bit of confusion on what the count was, but that was a big pitch there from Amari Davis. He needed that one. Davis comes set, something's got to give. One out, full count. And a strike three called. Wow, he gets one of the hottest hitters in the league to strike out. That was huge for Amari Davis for the second out of the inning. In the box is Julio Pitti, the third batter for the High Tides, and he flied to center field his last time up. And I'll tell you, Davis must have some late movement on that ball to fool a good hitter like Lennox Muńoz. Base is still loaded. That one's a little bit high. Here's the 3-0 from Davis. There's a strike called. Finally comes set. Here's the payoff pitch, 3-2. And that was a called strike 3. Davis bounces back. And that's the final out of the inning. The High Tides leave 3. They get none. We head to the top of the third inning with your score 4-1 from Flamingo Park in Miami Beach. You're watching FSPN. Welcome back, everyone, to Flamingo Park for some high school baseball between the Spartans of Southridge. They made their way all the way up here to Miami Beach to face Charlie Garcia and his Miami Beach High Tides in a District 16 Class 6A battle between two really good teams, well-coached teams. It's a 4-1 game. We're in the top of the third inning. And up to bat, it's 3, 4, and 5 for the Spartans. And Jermaine Reyes, Justin Cruz, and Pablo Avila. Reyes had a base hit and a couple RBIs his last time up. Lefty Daniel Garcia for the second time today. Garcia kicks, and there's a fastball, and it's driven high to deep left field. Goncalves is there. He goes all the way to the wall. That one hops the wall. That's 2 at least for Reyes, and Reyes is 2 for 2 today.
Come on, Justin.
And boy, it seems like he hits every time Uncle Muggs does a game for Southridge. Reyes always gets a hit. The Spartans send up to the box Justin Cruz. He's the third baseman, the junior. Reyes with a leadoff double standing on second base. The pitch from Garcia is an off-speed pitch up high and away for ball 1. Nobody out. Top of the third, 4-1 game from Flamingo Park. On a windy Monday afternoon. Sidearm that one. Boy, Garcia dropped that one down more than 3/4. Low grounder hit to the left side. It's picked up there by Vijdani. He throws over to first. Now the throw back to third, I'm sorry. And they're trying to get Jermaine Reyes, but they're not going to get him. 4-1 ball game. 1 out. Top of the third inning. Pablo Avila steps in. He's the 5th batter. For the Spartans of Southridge, and there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch from Garcia. And they have a run 90 feet away. It's an off-speed pitch taken inside by Pablo Avila. He's the DH today. On deck, it's Francis Garcia. Daniel Garcia's pitch just must be just outside for a ball. The High Tides. And that one almost hits Avila. The Spartans are going to have runners on first and third base for the shortstop, Francis Garcia. Runners on first and third. The Spartans are going to send up the pride of Puerto Rico, Francis Garcia. Nico Perez is on deck. Garcia takes that first pitch, a fastball for a strike. We'll keep it on him here for 1 pitch. And that one's low. A lot of juniors. In fact, there's only 3 seniors this year. There's a pickoff, and they got Avila. Cornel's going to throw over. Now they're going to get a run. They're going to give up a run, and they're going to have Avila on a run down. They're finally going to get him, but they're going to score the 5th run of the game for the visiting team, the Spartans. Avila got picked off by the lefty. The count goes full to the shortstop, Francis Garcia, and with 2 outs, the score is 5-1 now in the top of the third inning. Here's the payoff pitch. Outside and high. Perez will come up with 2 outs and a runner on first base. The shortstop, Francis Garcia, is on first base. Daniel Garcia, the pitcher, throws the first one high to Perez. There's the legend, the head coach, Charlie Garcia. So he's going to come out and talk to his Garcia pitcher And he has somebody warming up in the pen, and we're going to be right back because there's going to be a pitching change. That's going to be it for the lefty. And you're watching FSPN, everybody. Thanks for watching. Welcome back, everyone, to FSPN's coverage of high school baseball. We have a good one for you today between the home team, the Miami Beach High Tides, that are led by their head coach, Charlie Garcia, and the visiting team, the Spartans of Southridge, and they're led by Mo Ojeda, both scrappy, good teams. They belong to Class 6A, District 16, and we have a new pitcher on the mound. His name is Thomas Usche, and there's a look at Thomas there warming up. Right-handed pitcher. He's coming in for Daniel Garcia, and he's going to face Nico Perez, Isaac Vidal, and Alfred Williams here in the top of the third inning, where it's a 5-1 game, and the Spartans have scored 1 run already in this inning. And as Thomas Usche gets ready, we're going to go real quick to the fan cam, and here are the Southridge fans. Boy, they travel well. There they are. There's a look at the fans from Southridge. Boy, it's quite a trip. It's not around the corner. And in Miami traffic, we'll need some dedicated fans to come out and watch their Southridge Spartans. Well, I tell you, he's almost reached his pitch count here warming up today. I thought they only get 8 pitches. It seems like he's got 80. From the right side with runners on first base. Wow, he wore that one. The first pitch gets him square in the back, boy. And if you remember, Nico's no stranger of getting hit. About a month ago, he got hit in the face in the row, which forces him to wear a face protector when he plays defense. He has that plexiglass, James Worthy-looking thing. He doesn't wear it to hit, but he does wear it when he's out in the outfield. And that's going to bring up big Isaac Vidal. Runners on first and second base with 2 out. One's hit high and deep, and it's going to the left center field gap, and that one's going to fall between Royce and Gonçalves. Run number 6 is coming, and here comes Nico all the way from first base without a throw, and a stand-up double for Isaac Vidal, and the Spartans have a touchdown on the board. It's 7-1 here in Miami Beach. Williams from the right side. Thomas Usche from the right side. That one's over for a strike. Makes the count 1-1. A 7-1 game from Miami Beach. Well, we should play all our games out here. Uche's leaves one out on the outside for ball 2. Peña finally comes to the plate, and that ball's grounded to the left side. There's a ground ball to Muñoz. He throws over, and boy, he made it close, but he got him for the 3rd out. So the Spartans are going to leave 1, but they're going to get 3. We're going to head to the bottom of the 3rd inning from Flamingo Park. It's 7-1, and you're watching FSPN, everybody. Thanks for joining us. You're watching Miami-Dade and Broward County High School Baseball on the Florida Sports Programming Network. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram for a list of upcoming events. And every Sunday, it's Inside the Park, the weekly recap show with your hosts, Chappie Castillo and Uncle Muggs. Welcome back, everyone, to Miami Beach for FSPN's coverage of high school baseball between the visiting Spartans of Southridge and the home team, Miami Beach High Tides. The Spartans are up 7-1. And on the mound is their junior left-handed pitcher, Amari Davis. And there's a good look at Davis there warming up. And they call him Baby CC Sabathia. And he's got some good mechanics. And, boy, he's got the bakery open today because he's already given away 4 croquetas in just 2 innings. And he's looking to distribute a few more croquetas here. The High Tides are going to send up Gabriel Peña, Carlos Landeta, and Daniel Muñoz, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters here in the bottom of the 3rd inning for head coach Charlie Garcia's Miami Beach High Tides. Nico and Francis are the double play combination. Isaac Vidal's on first base. And we may have a new Fontaine, I think, is playing left field now. And that's your defense. Reyes stays in right field. And Fuentes is in center field. First pitch swinging. That one's hit to the left side, and it gets in the 5-6 hole just past Gutierrez. Christian Fontaine, the new left fielder, brings it in. Park on a windy Monday evening, afternoon. 5 o'clock start. Here's the pitch from Davis, and that looked like a cutter. And he really wanted that one. I have 2-1 as the count. The scoreboard says 1-2. Let's see who's right. Davis kicks and deals. Swinging a miss, and that one's foul balled into the catcher's mitt. That's going to be strike 3. That's the 5th strikeout for Davis, the first out for the inning. And Daniel Muńoz steps up for the Miami Beach High Tides. And Davis just reaches back, and boy, he pours one in there for a strike. Courtesy runners in there for the catcher, Pena. That one's low to Landeta. Sorry, to Muńoz. Here's a look at your runner on first base. Here's the pitch from Davis. That one's a little bit inside. The count's going to go 1-1. There's a good look at Davis and the runner. There he goes. He picked him off. He got him at second base for the second out. Wow, what a move for Amari Davis. Carlos Gutierrez. Christian Fontaine is in left field. Davi Fuentes is in center field. And the senior, Jermaine Reyes, is in right field. And that one's well hit to the left side. That one's high. And Fontaine makes the third out. Boy, Davis cruises through this inning. And the Beach High Tides, they leave one, but they get none. We're going to head to the top of the 4th inning with your score 7-1. And you're watching FSPN, everybody.
You're watching the Florida Sports Programming Network.
Welcome back, high school baseball fans, to FSPN's coverage of high school baseball. And we're in Miami Beach, but we're not in the water. We're in Flamingo Park watching the High Tides, the home team. And this is the new pitcher that came in for the starter. His name's Thomas Usche, and he'll be facing the first, second, and third batter for these Spartans in the likes of Davian Fuentes, Hector Colon, and Jermaine Reyes. And if anybody gets on, it's Justin Cruz. And Davi's in the box right now, waiting for Thomas's pitch. Davi from the right side, leading off today, playing center field. And he's already scored a run, and he's been walked twice. The first pitch from Usche is taken low and away for ball 1. Usche's pitch is in the dirt for ball 4, and the Spartans are going to have their leadoff runner on board in the top of the 4th inning. And he'll bring up the senior, the catcher today, Hector Colon. Usche from the stretch now. See if Davi goes. And there's a look at Davi and the pitcher. So if Davi takes off. And there he goes. Oh, and the pitch it couldn't be handled by the catcher. Davi's going to make his way into second. So 3-0 the count to Hector Colon. Runner in scoring position with nobody out in the top of the 4th inning in a 7-1 game. And that's an easy take, high and away. And that one's hit high left center field. It's looking for the gap, and it goes down the line. It's going to find a hole. And I'll tell you, Goncalves got to that in a hurry. If not, that would have been another double, but it's a run RBI scoring base hit for Hector Colon, the senior. Makes this game 8-1. And now we have a courtesy runner on there for the senior catcher. And in the box, it's Reyes. And he swings at the first pitch. That one's hit right at Muñoz. He flips over for one. Muñoz goes across, and they got a double play. The Spartans leave none, but they get one. And we're heading to the bottom of the 4th inning. And you're watching FSPN from Flamingo Park in Miami Beach. I apologize for that. I thought there was 3 outs. It was a double play. It's going to bring up Panda. Our scoreboard operator is taking a break here. He's stopped at 7 runs. I know we have 8. Yeah, we have 8. And there's 2 outs. And a swing there from Panda. 2-2 with 2 outs. Top of the 4th and an 8-1 game. And here's the pitch to Panda. Boy, and they got him right in the right nalga. Can you say nalga? Yeah, that nalga's a legal word. Yeah, he's a tough guy. He's not going to rub it. All right, Carlos Panda Gutierrez is on first base, but he's definitely going to have a bruise on his right nalga. There's an off-speed pitch. Boy, that's a nice slider. Just missed by a little bit. Thomas Uche. He's the pitcher for the High Tides. And there's a look at Panda over there on first base. And that one's taken high for a strike. All right, Panda's on first base with 2 outs and a 2-1 count to the 5th batter. Pablo Avila, he's the DH. He walked, he grounded to second base his last time up, and that pitch is high. Mo Ojada's at the helm, and there's a ground ball to the left side. It's going to be scooped up by Munoz. He only has 1 play, and that's the second for the 3rd out. So the Spartans are going to leave 1. They're going to get 1. And now we're going to the bottom of the 4th inning with an 8-1 score from Flamingo Park in Miami Beach. And you're watching FSPN, everybody. Thanks for watching. Uncle Muggs here. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom of the 4th inning from beautiful and historic Flamingo Park. And we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Southridge Spartans. It's Isaac Vidal. And there's a good look at Isaac there. And he's taking over for the lefty Amari Davis. And we can close the book on Davis now. Big lefty ended up with 5 strikeouts, 1 run that was not earned. So a very nice outing. He was beating up the strike zone with strikes. Nice live fastball. Isaac starts him off with a strike. He's going to face the 7th, 8th, and 9th batter for the High Tides. Adrian Corneal, Ramsey Vejdani, and Gabriel Goncalves. And quickly 2 strikes. There's a good look at Vidal, Team USA member, 15 and under. We've interviewed him, cool guy. 2-2 up high. They clocked him at 92 the other day. And he's a presence, just a sophomore. Boy, what a talent this kid. He can do it with the bat. Let's keep it on right here. Two and two the count. And there's strike 3 called. Boy, what a nice fastball on the outside corner for the first strike, for the first out of the inning. And boy, that got up there in a hurry. Here's the 1-1. And another cheese down the middle, boy. He's gotten better as the season goes on. The last time I saw Vidal on the mound was on the first game of the season. That was about 18 games ago when he faced the Braddock Bulldogs in a 2-1 loss at home. And there's a line drive hit to the right side. A clean base hit there for Ramsey Vejdani. It's an 8-1 ball game. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning from Flamingo Park in Miami Beach. The sun is starting to set. The lights aren't on yet, though. The runner on first base is Ramsey Vejdani, and they're facing a hard-throwing right-hander, Isaac Vidal. Vidal gets the first one over for a strike. Russell Royce is on deck. He's the first batter for the High Tides. And that didn't miss by much. Count goes 1-1. Wow, that's some more cheese there. whatever cheese you like, Munster, Swiss, anyone you want, man. I like American, but boy, that was just cheese. Throw over to first, not in time. Tell you what, a couple years, maybe 3 years from now, he'd look good in green and orange. They're going to have a good team. I know they're getting Gabriel Milano. They got the third baseman from the Columbus Explorer, who we saw yesterday. Last week, we saw Mario Magana Jr. And I'll tell you, the future for UM looks good. Got to go check them out, Alex Rodriguez Field. Here's the payoff pitch, swung on and missed, boy. And Calvis goes down on strikes. And he'll face the Team USA, Isaac Vidal. First pitch is, wow. I'll tell you, this kid, are you sure he's a sophomore? Has anybody checked his birth certificate? I mean, this guy, he could be a fourth-year senior, and we don't know about it. I haven't seen a sophomore throw like that in a long, long time. Here's a good look. He works fast, boy. He just gets his sign from Colón, and he's ready to go. Runner on second, 8-1 game. 2 outs. There's one. Vidal trying the highest part of the zone there. I think anything higher than that would have been a ball. That's ball 4 to Royce, and it's going to bring up Muñoz with a runner on first base. Here's the matchup we've been waiting for. We got the hard-throwing right-hander, Isaac Vidal. And in the box is the one of the county leaders in hitting, in Lennox Muńoz. Coming into the game, he was batting about .516. There's a good look at Vidal. Trying to work his way out of this inning. And there's a ground ball right back at him. An easy play. He steps and throws over there to, I think it's Reyes who's playing first base now, and that's the third out of the inning. The High Tides are going to leave one. They get none. We're going to head to the top of the fifth in an 8-1 game from Flamingo Park, and you're watching FSPN. Vamos pa la playa, hey, hey, vamos pa la playa. Welcome to Miami Beach, everybody. You're watching FSPN's coverage of high school baseball, and we have an 8-1 ball game. We're at the top of the fifth inning, and the Ridge Spartans are up 8-1 on Charlie Garcia's Miami Beach High Tides. The pitcher, Thomas Uche, is on the mound for the High Tides, and he'll be facing the 6th, 7th, and 8th batters for the Southridge Spartans. In the box right now is the shortstop, the junior Francis Garcia, and he's 1 for 1. He has a base hit, walked, he scored a run. And the shadows are starting to creep in. Part of home plate is being covered up, and the first pitch from Uche is a strike. But here's the 3-1 to the shortstop, and there's a line drive, and boy, he's 2 for 2. That's 2 solid line drives for the junior leader of this team, the captain, Francis Garcia. There's a good look at your shortstop, Francis Garcia, with another solid base hit. A multiple hit game for him. And he's a threat to go, so we're going to keep the camera on him right here to see what he does. First pitch is up high to Nico Perez. See if we can do a kind of like a split screen. There you go. Yeah, you see, this is like Fox Sports. Perez swings at one high up in the air. He's going back. And boy, what a play by the catcher Gabriel Peña for the first out of the inning. Yeah, there's a good look at the pitcher and everybody. Boy, that one's hit up in the air deep to center field. There goes Royce. Boy, he gets under it. He knows how to play this field. But there's the speedy Garcia. And boy, that's a heads-up IQ play. Look at Garcia all the way. He tags up from first base. And the overthrow gets him all the way to third base. And that's some good base running there by Francis Garcia. There's a good look at Fontaine. Takes that one for a strike. Fontaine is coming in for Alfred Williams. Takes the first one for a strike. The second pitch from Uche is an easy take, an off-speed pitch inside and high. And the throw got away from everybody, and now he's standing on third base, and that one gets away from the catcher. No, it got a piece of Fontaine, and that saved a run. Be runners in the corners for the leadoff batter, Davian Fuentes. Runners in the corners with 2 outs for the leadoff batter, Davi Fuentes, who's been walked 3 times. He scored 2 runs. And the sun is setting, so everybody on the left side of the infield has to shade their eyes. Maybe use sunglasses. Munoz has a pair on, and that one's hit high and deep to left side. And they're going to test Goncalves. He's coming in on it, and he makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning now. And the Spartans are going to leave 2, but they get none. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th inning in an 8-1 game from Flamingo Park in Miami Beach. And you're watching FSPN. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Welcome back, everyone, to Flamingo Park. You're watching FSPN's coverage of high school baseball, and it's a good one if you're a Southridge fan because it's 8-1 in favor of the Ridge. Julio Pitti's the batter. He'll be followed by Gabriel Peña and then Carlos Landeta for the home team, the High Tides, and they're facing the hard-throwing right-hander, and he just right on cue throws one in there at 90+ for a strike. Vidal's on the mound. Pedrosa's your new first baseman. Perez and Garcia are up the middle. Panda's on third base. Fontaine's in left field. Davian Fuentes is in center field. Boy, and that is just strike after strike from Vidal. And the senior Reyes is over in right field. An 8-1 game. Scoreboard says 1-1, but I have 2 strikes. We'll find out now. There's strike number 3. Uncle Muggs was right. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. There's a good peek at Vidal. And he's just a sophomore, so we have 2 more seasons of him. That one didn't miss by much. Southridge Spartan. Isaac Vidal. There's a good look at Isaac with the sun setting. All right, here's the payoff pitch. Boy, that's an easy take up high. Spartans are going to have a runner on first base. First pitch from Vidal is a ball. Second pitch is a ball up high. 1 out, here comes the pitch, and boy, that's a nice fastball over the outside corner from Vidal. Your double play combination is Nico Perez and Francis Garcia. If we can roll a ground ball here. That one's fouled straight back. The count's going to go 2-2. But Landeta's hanging tough. Peña's on first base. Wow, and there's a slider in there for strike 3. And that's the 4th strikeout in 2 innings for the righty Isaac Vidal. Beach is going to send up their second baseman, Daniel Muñoz. Muñoz is grounded out to the shortstop. He flied out to left field. And he'll be facing Vidal here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Vidal starts him off with an off-speed pitch that's low and away for ball 1. The payoff pitch is a little low. And the Tides are going to have runners on first and second for their first baseman, Adrian Corneal. Vidal finds the strike zone there with a nice live fastball to Corneal. Takes a peek at second. Garcia's there covering the runner. Kicks and deals, and boy, that one's right where you got to put it. Right over the plate, knee high. Tough to hit. And these Spartans are going to be tough next week come district time, especially with this guy on the mound. Here's the 0-2. Down low for a ball. To move on to the regionals, and there's strike 3. That's strikeout number 6 for Vidal. We're heading to the top of the 6th inning in an 8-1 game from Flamingo Park, and you're watching FSPN, everybody. Welcome back to the top of the 6th inning from Flamingo Park. It's Uncle Muggs bringing you the play-by-play for FSPN, and we have a good one if you're a Southridge Spartan fan. It's 8-1 in favor of the Spartans, and they're beating up on the home team, the Tides. And the Tides have a new pitcher on the mound. His name is John Solowitz. He's a right-handed pitching junior, and he will face the second, third, and fourth batters for these Spartans in the likes of Hector Colon, Jermaine Reyes, and then it'll be Carlos the Panda Gutierrez. If anybody gets on, it's Big Pablo Avila. So Colon was hit by a pitch in the first inning. He scored a run. Then he flied out to right field. And then a base hit his last at bat. And he takes the first pitch from Solowitz low and away for ball 1. Top of the 6th inning, 8-1 game from Miami Beach. At first base and behind the plate, it's Gabriel Peña. And there's a walk issued by the new pitcher, John Solowitz. And we're probably going to have a courtesy runner for the catcher. And it's going to bring up a pinch hitter for the Spartans. The pinch hitter for the Spartans is Jaxiel Reyes. And if I was going to bet, I'd say this is Jermaine's little brother. Jaxiel is batting for Hector, for actually his brother. One brother's batting for the other brother. And there's strike 3 call to Jaxiel Reyes. Solowitz gets his first strikeout, and it's going to bring up the left-handed hitting Carlos Gutierrez. Gutierrez steps into the box for the Spartans in an 8-1 game. Solowitz throws over to first. Pablo Avila's on deck. Gutierrez from the left side. Swings at one in the dirt. Boy. And there's one that's hit over by the bench, and a good stop there. And I think that was Jerry Santos with the reflexes, pitching coach for Miami Beach. There goes Lopez, and Panda hits one that Candy, though. Vidal wants nothing to do with that line drive. That'll rip your finger off. Help extend this inning. There goes Lopez, and there goes Panda with a base hit. Lopez is going to go all the way to third base. Boy, and that's some good 2-out hitting by Carlos, the Panda Gutierrez. On a hit and run with 2 strikes. Good piece of hitting by Gutierrez. Pulls the ball into the hole on the right side. And Solowitz is facing Pablo Avila with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. There goes Gutierrez. There's the throw. And here's the play at the plate. And boy, they're going to get him. They're going to get Lopez, but catcher's hurt. Boy, he slid right into his wrist, and they're calling out for the trainer. But Lopez came and he slid right into his wrist. There's a bang-bang play at home plate. At the end of the day, there's going to be 2 outs. Gutierrez is going to be on second base. There's going to be 2 outs. An 8-1 game. Gabriel Peña, boy, he's in pain. Here comes the head coach, Charlie Gutierrez. Manny's out there. Everybody's showing concern for the junior catcher, Gabriel Peña. Now he's coming up to his feet. And he's shaking it off, and there's a show of appreciation, some good sportsmanship on the side of the Spartans. He's going to walk it off. We're going to take a quick break, and you're watching FSPN right here from Miami Beach. Welcome back to high school baseball, FSPN's coverage from Miami Beach, where Southridge is beating up on the Tides here 8-1, and we have a new catcher because Gabriel Pena, the starter, was just slid into by Gabriel Lopez, and he had to leave the game. Your batter is Pedro Avila. The score's 8-1. Panda's on second base. There's 2 outs. And the new catcher is Gabriel Fidalgo, so they traded one Gabriel for another. But this one's a freshman. So you got a freshman catcher. And there's a hard hit grounder to third base ball. Nice catch there by Vijdani. He goes over to first base for the 3rd out. The Spartans are going to leave one. They get none. We're going to head to the bottom of the 6th inning in an 8-1 game from Flamingo Park. And you're watching FSPN. Welcome back, high school baseball fans, to Flamingo Park in Miami Beach, where the Southridge Spartans are leading 8-1 over the Miami Beach High Tides. And the pitcher is Isaac Vidal. He's come in for the last 2 innings, and all he's done is record 5 strikeouts. And the wind has not stopped blowing. If you can hear it on my microphone, it is blowing, and it hasn't stopped since we got here at 5 o'clock in the start of this game. Ramsey Vijdani is the batter now for the High Tides. He'll be followed by Gabriel Goncalves, and then it's Russell Royce, the first batter. 10 strikeouts between the starter, Amari Davis, and the reliever. Only thing the reliever has done it in 2 innings, and Amari got 6 strikeouts in 4 innings. Vidal starts off 1-1 to the third baseman, who has a hit and a walk. Tides are trying to get their shortstop up to bat. See if they can get something going here against Vidal. The count goes 2-1. Nobody on, 8-1 game. There's a swing and a foul ball right in the mitt. The count will go 2-2. Here's the 2-2 to Vijdani. A slider that's inside. Vidal dropped down a little bit that time, almost went 3/4. And he's looking for strikeout number 6. And there it is, strikeout number 6 for Vidal. The batter for the High Tides is going to be Gabriel Goncalves. And he struck out and had a base hit his first time up. And you're looking at the right-hander for the Spartans, Isaac Vidal. He gets his sign from Colon. He comes set. Just a little bit high and away for ball 1. And there's another strikeout. That's number 7 for Vidal. Between Vidal and Amari Davis, well, they can open up a bakery. 7 strikeouts in 3 innings for Isaac Vidal. He's faced 10 batters. 7 of them have been strikeouts. Starts off the leadoff batter, Royce, with a ball. And there's strikeout number 8 for Mr. USA, and they're going to get a nice reception there from his coaching staff. You're watching FSPN. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the top half of the 7th inning, where the Spartans that are up 8-1 on the Miami Beach High Tides are going to send up to the plate their shortstop, Francis Garcia. He'll be followed by Nico Perez. And then it's Isaac Vidal. And the Spartans are only 3 outs away from winning this one. And improving to 11-8. The scrappy Spartans, they've had a good season. I think the expectations were just what head coach Ojeda wanted, and that one's popped up to the shortstop, Lennox Muńoz. He makes the first out on the first pitch. And that's going to bring up Nico Perez. Boys in that District 16 6A. That one's lifted to the right side. Beatty's calling for it. Now it's the second baseman, Muñoz, who makes the play for the second out of the inning. And it's going to send up a pinch hitter for the Spartans. The pinch hitter is Julian Lopez. Batting from the right side, he's going to face John Solowitz. At the top of the 7th inning from Flamingo Park. Solowitz's first pitch is driven into left field. Boy, and it's high, but it's high enough for Goncalves to get under it and make the third play make the third out of the inning. And we're heading to the bottom of the 7th inning. And your score is 8-1. You're watching FSPN. Thanks for watching, everyone. Welcome back to the bottom of the 7th from Flamingo Park. And Jaxel Reyes is the pitcher. He's going to close it out for Mo and the Spartans. All he needs is 3 outs. And there's a hard smash to third base. Boy, and that gets by the new third baseman over there. They've changed everybody. And there's a hard smash to third base. Boy, and that gets by the new third baseman over there. They've changed everybody. First pitch swinging there for Lennox Muñoz, and that's a base hit for him. That'll bring up his average, and now it's Julio Pitti. I doubt it with an 8-1 lead. I don't think Charlie's going to send him. And there's a ball that's hit down the right field line, but it's hooking foul. Lennox Muñoz is standing on first base, and the first pitch is over for a strike. Put that along with an over 500 average, and you got yourself one heck of a ball player or a goalie or a point guard. He's just one heck of an athlete over there. 1-1 the count to the new catcher. This is Gabriel Fidalgo. Here's the 1-1 to Fidalgo. There's a nice strike. I'll tell you, this younger Reyes has a really good arm. There's a swing and a miss for a strikeout, and a strikeout number 2 for Jaxel Reyes. The High Tides are down to their last out, and Carlos Landeta, he's the DH, and he's going to face Jaxel Reyes. Reyes starts him off with a strike. With a runner on first and the likes of Lennox Muñoz. Reyes gets his sign from his senior catcher, Hector Colon. That one's outside. 1-1 the count. There's a good look at the young right-hander. Nice scoreboard here, Miami Beach. A lot of history and tradition in Flamingo Park. Reyes comes set. And that one's grounded back to him, but he feels his position good. He goes over to first base, and that's the final out. We're going to shake him up here. Uncle Mug saying thanks for joining us, everybody. Remember to get your termite treatment from Florida State Termite Treatments. You've been watching FSPN. I want to thank everybody on the Southridge side. I want to thank Ellie and Coach Ivan Pelaez, Mike Hernandez, and of course Manny Ojeda. And on the Miami Beach side, I want to thank Charlie Garcia and pitching coach Jerry Santos. This is Uncle Mug saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow when Matter takes on American Heritage. Thanks for joining us, everybody.